Today on The Real Story, the end of the legislative session doesn't mean the end of new laws. A possible ban on gas-powered car sales, potential hikes in health insurance rates, and more. But none of these policies are a done deal, not until Connecticut residents weigh in. We're breaking it all down with Senate leadership. But first, 1 year since the Inflation Reduction Act, we're talking investments in the manufacturing industry and in clean energy, with a company doing both right here in Connecticut. Boris Levin, CEO of Mott Corporation, is here to talk with us one-on-one about the state's business climate. And thanks for joining us here on The Real Story. I'm Emma Wolforst. With me now is Boris Levin, CEO of Mott Corporation. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm delighted to be here.
Of course. So you're an immigrant and you've had quite a journey to Connecticut to be the CEO of Mott Corporation as you are now. And it's not just a manufacturing leader in Connecticut, but also globally. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you got to this point?
Yes, I'm an engineer by training, and I work in a startup company in Boston area, and then in a medical device company in the Boston area as well. And then I work for a very large employee-owned company in Massachusetts called Nipro, and that's what ultimately brought me to Mott 10 years ago, because Mott is a 100% employee-owned company, and it's incredibly rewarding to be working for the company where every employee is a shareholder of the company.
Of course, and what sort of led you to Connecticut? Obviously, Massachusetts isn't too far away, but so what sort of led you to here?
I felt the opportunity to work for the company like Mott was just absolutely incredible. The products are out of this world, and the people are amazing. And I saw an opportunity to take this company and grow it significantly and create lots of jobs and opportunities for everyone.
So great people, great company. Now tell us a little bit about Mott. What is it? What do you guys do?
That's right. So first of all, I want to say that Mott is not an applesauce company. So every once in a while sometimes we get complaints about the quality of the applesauce. So we are a high-precision filtration company. We've been around for 65 years. Wow. And we make the most precise filters that go in the cutting-edge industries, the most cutting-edge industries of our time, such as semiconductors. We make filters that are the size of the fraction of the human hair that helps to make the most sophisticated computer chips. We make products for generation of green hydrogen on a very large scale. We'll make products that help to deliver life-saving medications and propel satellites and rockets into space. So just incredible engineering, incredible precision, and incredible people. So a
lot of different stuff there. And
yes.
It's been 1 year now since President Biden signed the Inflation Reduction Act, which did quite a few things, but majorly it focused on investing in building up manufacturing and clean energy here in the U.S. Can you tell me about some of the ways you've seen that legislation impact Mott and Connecticut?
So I think probably the most important impact on us is that there's a lot of investments that our customers are making in clean energy. We haven't necessarily seen money flowing to us yet.
Okay.
But what is happening is there's a lot of attention to clean energy, to semiconductor space. And as a result of this, it gives confidence to companies like ours, to our customers, to invest, because the federal government stands behind us. And in addition, it's, in my view, was an incredible opportunity to take a significant challenge of climate change and make it a significant opportunity. As a result of the investments that we made at Mott in clean energy manufacturing, we created over 80 jobs. And so this is an example of taking a challenge and creating cutting-edge technology and cutting-edge jobs here in Connecticut.
So speaking of jobs nationally, and of course here in Connecticut as well, we are dealing with unemployment, less enrollment in formal higher education, and higher costs of living. So you and lawmakers who have supported your expansion have offered manufacturing jobs as an answer to a lot of those issues. Do you see that as well? And what kind of policy do you feel the state would need to support this sort of job growth that you're talking about?
I think we as a state in Connecticut, our challenge is that we lack confidence to promote the state that is a great state for manufacturing. And I think the state does three things really well. Mm-hmm. First is this governor, Governor Levin, is declared publicly that manufacturing is really important to the state. Mm-hmm. And just this public declaration is really, really important. It gives us confidence to invest. And our elected officials, Senator Blumenthal, Senator Murphy, Mayor Bronin, and Congresswoman Johanna Hayes, been very supportive. So the fact that there's a public declaration that manufacturing is important to the state it gives us confidence to invest. Second, this administration treats manufacturing and business as customers, and it's really important. So when we have an issue, when I call, we get a response. They may not be able to solve every issue that we have, but someone is listening to us, someone is paying attention. And third, this administration is creating an ecosystem of other businesses. So some of our customers are in the states, our suppliers in the states, and that makes business easier for us to do. So I think those three things of declaring that manufacturing is important, treating us like customers, and creating an ecosystem is really important.
Yeah, so looking ahead, we have seen some other large companies pull out of Connecticut or consider it. What does Connecticut need to do, both now and next to keep companies and to keep Mott here in the state and continue to support manufacturing?
I think in my mind is continuing to do what the state done in the last several years. It's just do more of this. Okay. And I think if the state continues to do three things that I outlined, I think the jobs will continue to grow here and the companies will move to Connecticut and will expand. And we recently expanded. We invested over $20 million in the manufacturing and a new facility here and the new equipment, and we're hiring people for those reasons. And so I think those policies are working. It's going to take some time, but just we need to gain confidence that this is a good state.
And is that something that you've been in discussions with? I know you mentioned our federal lawmakers. Have you talked with state lawmakers as well as the Mott administration about this?
Absolutely, yes. We've been in discussion, and I know that state is also trying to create a coalition of companies to get a better access to federal funds that are available through Inflation Reduction Act and a CHIP Act. And I think state is really trying to help companies in Connecticut.
And have you heard or seen anything from others in your industry about that? Is it something that you're encouraging other companies to move here to Connecticut? Have you had any of those conversations?
I do. And some of our customers are thinking about moving here, be closer to us, and some of our suppliers are thinking about being closer to us. So I think it's definitely, it's going to take time, but I'm seeing a positive momentum. I think this is a great state to manufacture the most advanced products in the world.
Perfect. Any final things I didn't ask you that you'd like to add in here about manufacturing and that sort of business here in Connecticut?
Well, I think I wanted to say that when America competes for global growth, we have this amazing company in Connecticut like Mott, and we have many others here in Connecticut that are winning this competition and creating incredible amount of value. And the reason we're succeeding is because we're focused on what we do really well, and we have state support and we have federal support. And I think it's just a great opportunity for us to grow, and we're going to continue to grow and invest in the state.
Well, thank you so much, Boris, for being here and speaking with us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
We really appreciate it. Of course, so there's still more to come here on The Real Story. We're sitting down with Senator Matt Lesser. What do everyday residents have to say about possible new EV bans or health insurance rates? We're talking about new policy and why you could be a part of their approval or disapproval. Stay with us.